know, I love, some raps. Long every rap that I hear, so long as the clean rap, I'm good with it.
Yeah, I know that's right.
That's right, and I know you are definitely. So I'm gonna introduce you to him, Leroy.
Hey, how you doing? First, I want to start by thanking you, Dr. Rock, and
Yes.
Brother Earl for inviting me today on the podcast.
Mm-hmm.
And I also want to thank God, give him the glory and the honor and the praise for all the things that he has been doing. You know, the last time I saw you, you were hosting a radio show and with Brother Showtime as well. And
Yeah.
I did an interview, and it was a blessing being on that because that was actually my first radio interview.
Was it?
And
Oh, wow.
yeah, and I just really enjoyed it. And during that time, it was because I performed as doing Michael Jackson in the show for Miss Rosie.
Rosie, yes.
And I absolutely, since I've done that, I remember YouTube basically gave me some encouraging words on my journey as a entertainer.
Mm-hmm.
So one thing I never mentioned while I was on the radio show, because we were so focused on the Michael Jackson thing,
Yes.
was that I actually do gospel hip hop.
Wonderful,
So-
wonderful. Now that's one. I love that. Yes.
So during like in between the time of me doing like Michael Jackson and stuff, I've been getting in a lot of shows and things been going on. Whereas though now it's to the point where I've ended up working in a stadium at the Wells Fargo Center,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm dancing with the Philadelphia Flyers dance team, the ICE team. So basically, in between each intermission, which is like, during the quarters after each quarter, we have an intermission, and I'm dancing with the cheerleaders.
Mm-hmm.
And that's something that definitely God opened the door to. I started
Wow.
off doing housekeeping, cleaning in the Wells Fargo Center.
Mm.
And it was unfortunate that, a door was open for me to be able to get on a dance team.
Wow.
Also, as you've already mentioned, May 8th you have a fashion show coming up.
Yes.
Also on Mother's Day, I'll be at the Merriam Theater performing
Mm-hmm.
as Michael Jackson in a stage play called Stairway to Heaven.
Right.
And
Mm-hmm.
Dr. Noble Brown Jr., he's the Nobel writer of the Jeffersons.
Mm-hmm.
He's the director of the stage play. He basically was also the director of the African American music. Oscars.
Wow. Wonderful. Wonderful.
Also, there's gonna be tons of other tribute artists in it. We're gonna do a
Mhm.
tribute show basically based on heaven. So the theme is basically if you go to heaven and they are having a concert and you sing, Tina Marie, Michael Jackson, James Brown, Prince, and a lot of other people, David Ruffin. So it's a stage play, and there's gonna be tribute artists performing according to these artists.
Wow. Wow. So what inspired you to do music, make music anyway? What inspired you to do that?
I've grown up in a house. My father, he was an entertainer. He used to sing with a group back in the day, and he always had my brothers, recording home videos on his, his camera. And growing up, we used to always watch those VHS tapes, and I see all my brothers doing the Jacksons and everything. But we used to live in Victor Valley, California, where I actually was born.
Mm-hmm.
And we would watch those VHS tapes when I was a kid. And my brothers used to always joke around with me like, you weren't born yet, you weren't born yet. So I never got to really be in any of those tapes dancing. And the funny thing is, I have an older brother, and my older brother, he gonna be mad if I say his name, so I ain't gonna say his name right now and mention it. But he actually started out doing Michael Jackson.
Did he?
And I remember we used to watch this tape all the time because he killed it. He did Michael Jackson's Beat It and just the way he went about it was awesome. He was in a talent show, and him and two of my brothers, they used to be entering talent competitions, and they pop lock and stuff, like doing break dancing, you know, back in the day. And that inspired me. That's what made me kind of, you know, love dancing, love music. And as I've grown up, just always being in the house, you know, we have music playing. My mom was a huge Michael Jackson fan, and listening to Michael Jackson, it's kind of hard to find another artist to top, you know, that when you grew up.
Well, that was my next question, though. That was my next question. Who inspired, like, who you admire as a musician? I guess it was Michael Jackson, right?
So Michael Jackson is my #1 artist all day, but I'm inspired by so many of the greats. I mean, I listen to a lot of classical music, so I like Michael Jackson, I like Kumo D, I even listen to Elvis, I like, I listen to a lot of Motown, I like Diana Ross and the Supremes, The Temptations, Bobby Womack, I like,
I got an old soul, huh?
Yeah,
That's stuff we grew up with.
Yeah.
And our parents.
Yeah.
And that's the thing, I mean, a lot, if you see me, like anywhere you'll see, I'm always around people around y'all age.
Young body, old soul.
My mom tells me all the time, you're hanging with your father's friends. I just felt like time's changing, and I'm one of the millennials, and we're in a phase where it's like we're in that generation alpha phase. We're past generation Z.
Right.
So it's like you gotta hold on to where all the messages were. Today in music, when you listen to music, the substance is different.
Well, we can't wait to hear, because we know that we need to hear what you're going to say, what you're going to rap to.
Absolutely.
So are you ready to do that?
Yeah.
All right. I'm going to step aside.
In the meantime, while you're setting that, I just wanted to say, because I have to say this. So I do gospel hip hop as well. I want to give a shout out to Brother Chosen and GGP Rivera. They're fellow gospel Christian artists, and we have a song called But God. We just did a remix to. And if you get an opportunity, go online. You can it's on any digital platform. You can download it, comment, like it. It's called But God Remix by GGP Rivera, Chosen, and Leroy.
Wonderful. Wow.
Okay.
Well, you can.
So you ready? This your stage.
Are you ready?
Here?
Yes.
You want to stand in? Yeah.
I'll sit.
Well,
You want to sit or you want to stand?
we can move the chairs out and you can get a better.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Just put the chairs over there.
So you can stand, so you can sing a little bit.
Yeah. It come from the diaphragm.
Yes. Okay. Yep. You can stand there, and you want to start it? Yep. Thank you.
Yes.
Real low.
Turn it up. Yeah. No, that's not.
That's yours, man. You see that in there. That's yours.
Let me the volume on the side.
Yeah.
You can turn the volume. He turned the volume down. It's on the side. Pick the phone up for the volume.
Oh.
Is it plugged into the radio?
Take yours out. So take yours out. Take yours out.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hit it.
I'll start.
We'll be right there.
Yeah. Little technical difficulty. We'll be back. There you go. Coming up.
Hmm? I was nervous about something happening. No, I said it was already set. Me too. You ready?
Ready?
Alright, so the name of this song is called Everybody. It's inspired by a lot of artists. Y'all might hear some familiar sounds in here. It's about social justice, just bringing our people together, you know? We need this. It seems we've been supporting dummies for too long. Music that encourages more people to do wrong. And if it's not corrected, it's effective. And yes, if accepted, the children digest it. That's when they get hectic, easy as expected. If people get offended by someone like me who says it, well tell me the objective, and maybe in the process I'm puzzled cause I'm busy trying to help make progress. Speak on social justice is never as effective. Money so possessive you can see our sisters naked, and it gets respected. The industry's invested, the media invested. My people don't forget it, the game need a reset just to be adjusted. There's way more things to discuss. Be progressive, stand up for justice, just like I just did. Martin been disgusted, we gotta want justice.
With this faith, we will be able to transform the changing crowd of our nation into a beautiful symphony of progress. With this faith, we will be able to work together to pray together, to struggle together, to continue together, to stand up for freedom together, knowing that we will be free.
How dare we still talk about killing one another? They still shooting blacks, we still killing brothers. Please don't even show you go from gunner to runner. When even if it's you that kill, we feel for your mother. So many things not right, you can't ignore. When will we use our ears, hear the call? Time to remove all tears, fears, and scars. Enough about the struggle, it's a fight for the cause. Or would you rather me encourage you to break the law? Turn you and your peers to the inmates in the walls. Taking all those years from what could have been applause. Facing you with eyes like vengeance and gods. The longer we choose not will just affect us all. The stronger their roots will adjust by the flaws. The more we abuse our trust, the root fall. The house will be divided in the middle of y'all. In music industry, I'm here to scoot this music industry. I'm bringing forth the memory and motivate you spiritually, lifting you energetically. Higher than some ecstasy, the overdose your flesh and double dose your spirit's energy. Your every type of melody might glorify felony. This here's for those who isn't here, a jamboree. You are now rocking with the voice for our humanity, which leads to prosperity. Hopefully you hearing me.
We are
Malcolm X.
We are
Malcolm X, y'all.
We are Democrats. We are defining not only civil rights, but even human rights. So the only way we're going to get some of this oppression and exploitation away from us is come together against the common enemy.
Yeah, we gotta do right for our sisters and brothers. Start by shaking hands, stop killing one another. Time to take a chance, we in this together. We gotta take a stand, it's now or never. By giving the healthy nutrition and game isn't what comes up for missing is an appetite for wisdom and dietary nutrient. Dense vision of free from the asylum of a mind in prison. Hear my ambition, name by the mission. Change the prescription your brain ain't been getting. This whole vibe's different and it's by decision. To God and provide you truth is God given. If they ain't got an in them, they'll turn odds against them. So they plan different, we're in a pandemic. Mentally affected by the foolery and gimmicks that are written image fanatics choose to pick and mimic. They advertise rebelling might glorify a felony. This here's for those that ain't here, a jamboree. You are now rocking with the voice of our humanity, which leads to us here. Hopefully you hearing me.
As I said.
Big ups to Billy Graham. Amen.
All right.
All right.
Hey. Wonderful, wonderful. All right. I love it. I love it. You did a great job. I love to hear that. And I like rap that's positive, you know, and that's positive. You know, because it's talking about, it's getting into all what's going on in the world, you know, the gun violence and then people getting along and black on black crime.
Yes.
I enjoyed that. I definitely enjoyed that. What you think, Earl Contee?
Well, that's what hip hop has started back in the 70s, and everything was positive because FCC didn't let you talk negative and stuff. You'd be put off the radio.
Right.
You'd be black marketed. You wouldn't even be able to play if you say negative stuff.
Right.
You know, and
That's
so everything was positive.
Mhm.
It was a positive flow. It was about building generations up.
Yeah.
And,
Yes.
and making things better for your fellow man or woman, you know? And that's what I loved about hip hop in the old school. It had a message.
Yes,
It wasn't
did.
just rapping and not saying nothing. And, you know, they don't
It had
say
a message.
nothing.
It was a
mean,
message.
It's always
That's
a
what
good
I'm saying.
positive message, mainly positive message, or the life they live,
Yeah.
Right.
or as they were growing up.
Yes.
You know, so that's what I
But you
love
know,
about hip hop.
but you know,
I'm
the
a very
good part,
hip hop fan.
it was these guys as a program. They did rap in the school, and it was positive, and it's to get the kids to get started for the PSSA.
Right.
And it was very positive, you know, to get them hyped, to get the kids hyped, and it really was nice. And I like rap when it comes to a lot of positive stuff. You know, I think the ones that started rap, like some of the they have rap and they cursing and calling a woman this and that and this and that. It's like no respect. at all.
And another thing, back in the day,
But yours is great.
not to cut you off though, but back in the day, you were fined for cursing on the radio.
Yeah.
You couldn't curse, and they would fine you. Literally fine the person who did the cursing and stuff. You know. Things have laxed and changed.
Yes.
And
Absolutely.
the laws have been changed and stuff, and it gave a little more leeway. You know.
Yeah.
I don't say. I mean, you should have the right to express your feelings. But I think if you got to curse and say negative things, it should be on the black market somewhere.
Yeah.
You know, that's my opinion.
And the thing is, a lot of music like that used to be underground. A lot of things like that would come on late night or whatever. But what's happening in the music industry is a lot of people are running out of creativity and ideas. So they promote homosexuality, they'll promote over-sexualizing everything, is because those are the audiences that have a lot of income coming in for them to make money off of, so they market that stuff.
Right.
They see that people aren't willing to hear a positive message. Some people get turned off. So one thing I want to encourage y'all that's listening, a lot of people say, how come I don't hear certain artists anymore? It's because right now these kids know how to use social media. These kids know how to use digital platforms and are downloading what's popular and controlling the narrative. If everybody from the older generation got on board and start downloading Bobby Brown, Keith Sweat, those artists that were popping back when MTV used to be on the box back in the day, if y'all start making that money flow in for them, they can, up and run their campaign again. And that's what it is. You got to keep them relevant, or else y'all going to keep hearing the Little Dirks and the NBA young boys. You gotta keep supporting your artists, keep that income coming in, so they could get back in the studio.
Or you can change their mindset. You can change the young Dirks and the people mindset. If it's about money, you can change somebody's mindset.
Absolutely.
And the laws change and say, hold up, you cannot say this. You can't call your black sister bitches and hoes and. You can't do that,
Yeah, but we could have just spelled it out.
Well, I'm sorry. But sometimes...
We could have spelled it out.
Sometimes you make a mistake, like Will made a mistake and slapped somebody.
Yeah, well, you made one.
And that goes back into when we were talking about cheating. It all points back to self-control.
Yeah, we already know what they could have said.
But we just said take out the negativity out of music.
Yeah, the negativity.
And be more creative.
Yes.
Absolutely.
And educate the young Dirks and
Yes.
young Scorpios.
And also you have young audiences listening to you. So being on the radio and podcast, you want to keep it clean for everything you do. Because you have young audience. Because I even know some of the kids, I'm on the podcast, and they say, oh, Dr. C, we're going to check you out on YouTube over the weekend. So you have to keep it clean for every little thing you do and say. I mean, that's just, and not just from back in the day, it's now.
Yeah.
It starts now,
Right.
So that's the way I feel,
Young generation.
And the young, the young generation, we have to definitely be up to them and show them the right way. And the only way to show them the right way, they listen to podcasts, they listen to everything, okay?
Yeah.
So a lot of negativity they see and they hear, they should not hear it anywhere else. Especially if you are the type of person who I am, type of person who's always teaching and showing the kids love. I tell them all the time, and I want them to see the greatness, that way they can follow and do the right thing in life. Follow what I do and do the right thing. Because I always tell them all the time, education is very important. And it's very important. And I try to explain it to the children. And, and I say all that to say, at all times on the radio or podcast or anything, you keep it clean.
Yeah, man. And love beats hate every time. Remember, keep it love.
Yeah, love
versus hate.
Yes.
Show love among the young generation and the older generation.
I really enjoyed Leroy coming and singing, and you did a great job.
Thank you for having me.
Yes, and I'm so thankful that you came in today, and we definitely have to have we got another guest coming up, so we're going to introduce him in a minute.
And who's the guest?
All right.
Who's the guest?
His name is
Showtime the Hype
Man!
Yay!
Yeah, Showtime. I just want to talk about Showtime for 1 minute before he gets to talking. Cause I know Showtime.
He long-winded.
Hey, no, Showtime. He got the gift again, right, Showtime? All right.
Yeah.
So, this has been Showtime. And we started with podcasts. Actually, you know, the radio, Philly Hot Radio. Showtime and I have been on there for how many years now? 2 years. And it was fun. We had a lot of good guests coming on. A lot of good things was happening. And we just, you know, had a ball. I tell you, it was wonderful. So we want to thank Philly Hot Radio for having us because we really enjoyed being there. And then later on, Showtime, he got his own. He gonna tell you about his radio, and then I have my own. But we are still connected because we said we would definitely put them together and, you know, talk about certain things. So we still connected as a partner and a co-worker. And he's a friend, not just that, he's a friend also to Earl and I. He's been a friend for a long time with us. And I knew Showtime, I guess he's Winfield too, he's Winfield for life. So we knew Showtime for years. So I just want to introduce him and I'm going to let him have the table. Go ahead, Showtime. You got it, Showtime.
Wow. I appreciate that introduction and appreciate the encouragement from Earl and Dr. Rock. I also want to thank the other guests that came here. Great, outstanding presentation where his spirit is definitely growing. I want to thank you for your matureness as an artist and the gift that God gave you. You're using it. Even with me, I just found out I knew I had a gift, and my gift is my voice. Where I've been searching and finding out, and where I'm doing things. I'm doing things that makes me happy. And I'm finding this leadway. As I do more, I see it come out more, and I know that's God touching me when I speak. So, where Dr. Rock is true, we did come from Philly Hot Radio. And I gave her one day, I called her up and I told her what I was going to do, and she came right in and she was committed from day one, never missed a day. Only time she had an interruption when the COVID-19 came, where I understood the protocol when it comes to COVID-19, but I kept calling our laboratory, and we was going to school to learn. And both of us have never went to school for broadcast. We have never went to school for setting up equipment and doing different things.
I don't know, but Showtime, I went to school, but it was for entertainment and commercials.
Yeah, you did all that, but I'm talking
and acting. But I never for radio. But I don't think, you know, you can look. Anybody just get up there and do what you need to do and talk.
Yeah, and we done that. So I'm just grateful for the leeway, you know, and I have done some things and where my name played a major role in me getting the opportunities and all the opportunities that I'm getting now. So I'm grateful for that. Right now, what I'm doing, so after we left Philly Hot Radio, me and Dr. Rock said that she will help me if I need it. I will help her as friends. She has been showing me that what friendship is all about, and I appreciate that. So what I did, I landed over, do my own thing, the Cosmo Radio Network USA. Sharon Token over in UK saw something inside of me where he feel that he can help me, and he knew that I didn't know that I had it, but he felt it was scared taking a chance going by myself. Right. To be honest with y'all. Where taking on something in a new task I have never done before, but I went after it and I'm seeing the growth. Cosmo Rail Network USA is growing. Right. I'm so grateful for the technology, the equipment, all the things that I'm learning and putting everything together now. Before we used to get called them up. You
got out of your comfort zone. Like Denzel Washington say, he said, get out of your comfort zone. You want to be rich and millionaire? Get out of your comfort zone. Do something different.
So basically,
go for it.
So, you know, and Cosmo Rail Network has definitely only been there for 6-7 months. I'm definitely seeing it grow, and I just feature a new co-host, a young girl, 21 years old. Going to school to be an attorney. She's have her own business, and where I knew her father from Winfield. Yes. And he called me up, and so I told him, let her come on in, where she had never done it before, but she's excited to join the Cosmo Radio Network, and she has been coming on. Also want to thank Jazzy Jazz O. He's the technical guy that deals with the engineering sounds and helped me out with some new music and commercials. I want to give Sharon Token over in UK has gave me a, he always tells me over in UK, he said, no worries, that's the way they talk, you know, no worries. These are the things you do, you know, so I'm so grateful for him. Right. So in the meanwhile, Dr. Rock, I've just been exercising, you know, I still believe in exercise.
Yes, that's a blessing.
Where my body is changing for the better. And then also I just been doing everything in the positive matter, and every day I get up, I just want to be positive for anybody's life. And be an encouragement. So Dr. Rock asked me to come on the show, and I came here.
Yes, what is your greatest strength? Which you can tell me about your greatest strength?
Having the right mindset now.
Wow.
My mindset is very powerful right now because I don't worry and I believe in myself and my imagination and my visionary board.
Good. How do you stay motivated though?
It come natural from the Creator, being motivated and determined because where I came from. Where I came from, a mother that had welfare, was on welfare with 5 children in a household. And I had no choice to be motivated.
Right, and that's wonderful. Because I remember you telling me, because remember we used to do it every Saturday. We always had every Saturday, we'll be there. So I told Showtime that that's fine, but I'm good with the monthly, you know, because I do a lot of things too, and monthly is better for me. But I know Showtime, aren't you on there mostly every day or no? What days are you on?
Well,
so everybody can know too to tune in.
I'm glad you said that. As I started growing in my own, I don't have to be there. I'm building something.
Okay.
And when you know God and you plant that seed, for now I don't have to be there. I may go there this on Friday now.
Okay.
That's everything I got, my money, my financing into it. So now I can sit back and allow it to grow. Right. And then this morning I went there and had my little prayer there and asking God, some things I don't know, I ask Him. Right. So where what it's doing for me now, I don't have to be there every day. It's already growing.
Good. So what you do? You make you tapes or something? You made a tape of your show or anything?
Well, because of Yard Stream and because of all the new technology now, where I have cameras, I have all the new technology that makes a show successful. I just got into the light system. My light system, I just invested into lights. Well, I didn't know nothing about lights. I didn't know nothing about the pictures. I didn't know nothing about the high definition. I didn't know nothing about how to make it real. Also, I'm purchasing things that I'd never done, so I'm working harder at my job to take my money into the area of going into what I'm doing. Also, I was telling you, I think, Dr. Rock, where I got my first movie. I have never did a movies before, and I got my script, all these papers. I say, what the? I gotta memorize all this stuff, and I didn't know where.
You told me that.
I'm trying to say, I don't know how to do this, but I'm not afraid because I knew that if somebody else done it, I can do it. Yes. And that's my motto now, where anything, I want the hard way. I don't want nothing easy. When it's harder, the money comes. When it's easy, the money never comes. Right. So I'm on the hard stuff where I'll see my income grow.
You just put your mind to it, you can do it, you know. Right. And I told you that. I said, you know, you can do it. I mean, I've done a lot of things where I had a script and stuff.
You're going to help me out by calling you up and say, Doctor, I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know what I'm doing.
You know, if I haven't been in, maybe a play. Some questions. Maybe not a play, maybe a movie script. Because, I mean, I had parts in there before, too. So, I mean, you know, in the beginning, you're nervous and you're like, oh, my goodness, like, what should I? But one thing about a movie, the difference between a movie and a play. If you mess up in a movie, it's cut. And you could edit it, you could do it again, or you can do it again. With a play, you can't mess up. You gotta know the lines. You gotta know what's going on, what they doing, what's next, who's next. So you know that's the difference. Because like when you're in the movies and stuff, you are in a movie and it's like they always like cut. They didn't do it right or whatever, and you might have to keep doing it over and over again until you get it right.
Right.
Yeah.
You know. Because I've been in several, and I tell people all the time, it was so funny because that's how I met Sharon. I have been in several movies. My thing is fashion. If anybody know me, it's more fashion. I'm in the fashion world, but
So
they all know me. I'm in the fashion.
So
world.
what movie you in? What you in? The newest one? A play movie? What?
The newest play I'm in is Cheaper to Keep Her, but the movies that I was in with Kevin Hart, it was another, I forget the name of it, Upside.
Upside,
Yeah, I was in that movie before. I was in a lot of movies that I'm not going to name right now, sir. I'll tell you at home.
I just said a couple.
I mean, I just don't remember all of them because
Because your audience wants to know. That's why.
Oh, my audience want to know?
Right.
Do they really want to know?
Yeah, I'm okay. Number one.
All right,
fan,
audience.
You know that.
I got IBM. Was it IMB credits? There's a lot of movies on there that I can look up and I can see exactly all the movies because I know some of them might be on Netflix, or some might be on Tubi, or some might be on Hulu.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, but I just know that I was in movies. I was in 20-something movies.
Okay, we got 15 minutes.
Now, I've never said I was the character. I was the main character in those movies.
I didn't say that.
Okay, I'm just telling you.
I was curious.
I never said that part. I said I was in movies. I could have been a background. I could have been maybe a character in there, but not the main character.
Well, that's a plus there.
Okay. That's a plus. But I have been in movies before. So what I told Showtime was I have been in movies before, but
that's a big
and I had to learn a script.
Yes.
So learning the script, it is kind of.
There you go. That's where I'm at.
It's kind of hard sometimes, but when you mess up, it's okay because they'll say cut.
Okay.
And then they'll do it again. You have to do it again or whatever until you get it right.
Okay.
Because they're not going to put it on TV or wherever until you get it right.
Exactly.
So that's that. But as far as the movies and name them, Earl Contee, I cannot do that. I know Upside was the last one. I remember Upside because, I'm going to tell you why I remember that one. Because I was there from 6 in the morning.
I know I was there to remember.
I was in the movie. You dropped me off.
No,
I was in there from 6 in the morning to 1 o'clock in 6 in the morning to 1 o'clock in the morning.
I remember. I was
okay. That's when I met Kevin Hart.
Mm-hmm.
All right, because he was in there. It was a lot of other movies that I remember being in that you would take me because you was the manager and then you got fired and then I brought you back, remember?
I was a chauffeur, manager. But now, go back to our guests. What's up? Let's go back to Showtime.
You want to go back to Showtime?
Wow.
Showtime. We got 15 minutes. Talk to our guests now.
I also want to give a shout out. This weekend would be my wife's birthday. She's hitting milestones. I'm so grateful. So I'm going to give her a shout out for her birthday.
Shout out to Diane. When is Diane's birthday?
Well, April the 25th, but I won't be on.
No, but that's all right, Diane. We giving you an early We giving you an early shout out, Diane. Hello, Diane. Happy birthday to you, Diane. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Diane. Happy birthday to you. All right, don't tell me to keep my first job because I can sing.
I know that.
Oh, we know that. You're an excellent singer.
Don't be like, keep your first job, all right?
Just a little practice, that's all.
Hey, everybody can use practice. Hey, right. You know practice what? Well, at least I don't pretend that I can do it.
Perfection, right? It ain't perfection.
Right, I just do it.
You can sing.
I can sing. I was on the choir when I was in my church. I was on the choir. I did a lot of solos on the choir.
Yeah, just like I was in the Glee Club.
Okay, but
elementary school.
But did you learn anything?
Yes.
Let's hear Earl.
Yeah, remember
say
they used to say that back when we were kids? If anybody grew up in the 70s, they used to call it the Glee Club.
Can you sing something for us, Earl?
No. The
audience want to hear you.
You don't want to hear me sing, no. Get back to rock. You did an excellent job.
Yes. All right, no,
well,
Showtime.
I'm a funny guy. I like to have a little fun. So,
well, I want to say to Showtime, keep up the good work. What you don't worry about, like I always used to tell you, there's gonna be people out there that not gonna support you. They're not gonna support me. But guess what? It's okay. Cause guess who my biggest supporter is? Can you guess?
Earl.
God and Earl.
God. Earl too. Earl too, but God number one.
Yeah, that's correct.
He's number one. He's my supporter. So if I have supporters, I thank you all for supporting me. But if I don't, it's fine. It's fine because I know the highest, God is the highest, and He is definitely supporting me.
And that's what I'm going to do for those who didn't believe. I'm going to write them all on a check. where things are happening for me out of my wildest dreams because of my consistency. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna write each of the haters and those a check for you. And I'm gonna write a check for each and every one of y'all to say that Showtime the Hyphen or Dr. Rock couldn't do it. And the reason why that we are doing it because we have faith in God.
Yes.
And a lot of y'all need to understand that my will and my faith with God is stronger than anything right now. And because I practice it every day at 3 o'clock in the morning, when I rise up at 3 o'clock in the morning, I'm blessed to get up at 3 where I'm that new 60, where I feel I'm a baby at 60. And the energy that I'm getting from the Creator is awesome. And it's an awesome feeling where the first thing I do, I get up and I read positive information to apply in my life and my journey, where now it doesn't matter getting to the mountain, where I know that as God is leading me right now, and where I got a visionary board inside the radio station where I'm at. And I've started reading about successful people's stories, and I hear all of them have visionary boards. So what I did, I went and got me a board, and I put it up there so I can mind myself what I'm aiming for. And it was strange that I wanted to go to the gym early, but the gym wasn't open enough. So, but I saw something on my visionary board, what I'm talking about. So I'm just want to just continue to go on this journey, and I don't care how long it takes. And Dr. Rock always been encouraging me, because I had this thing where I would worry about what people say.
Oh, yes,
and Dr. Rock always to correct me, and like, I don't have it all, but what I'm doing now, I'm growing into my own where I'm more confident. It wasn't the money, I wanted to be confident. So now that confidence is coming, where when I do get at the big table, and I'm asking to be at the big table every day, where I'll be confident, they'll know when I walk in the room that I went through all the stuff that I need to go through to be stronger. The haters, the disappointment, the rejection, the finances, losing the job, losing whatever I lost at that time. So I'm growing right on time in this new life.
Well, that's good. I mean, you know, and you can still do you, and that's a good thing. You don't have to worry about anyone else or what is going on. Like you said, you lost a job before.
Wow.
But that's okay, because you lost one, and it's always something better around the corner, right? There's always something
God
better
got something
that
better
God got for you.
And he sure did.
Yep. So you don't, you know, that's one thing that you don't have to worry about, you know, and you doing you, and like I said, you love radio, you love podcasts, you love to talk, you love to sing and dance.
You love to dance,
Now, Showtime dance.
Want to show you Showtime dance?
So y'all want to see?
On WSBN.
I'm glad y'all said that. I want to make that clear to y'all. What happened is that I'm the host for Nonstop Entertainment, one of the biggest entertainment groups in New York City and Bronx. We gave a shout out to Brother Santana. Gave me an opportunity. Also 97 FM in New York City, and also 105.1 FM. That was and where some of the top DJs for Biggie Small, for those McCary Carey, DJ Drew, where they saw something in me, and I want to give them, where they've been putting me all these different places where I never thought I could get at.
Right.
It's caused because of my consistent working, where they got me hosting some of the biggest grand prize winning $1,000 cash, where they giving out $1,000 cash for the best performance, and also get their record played all over the world. These young I am seeing so many young talent. Also, I'm gonna give a shout out Platinum Entertainment, where they allow me to do their commercials on Cosmo Radio Network. That's a big step for Cosmo Radio Network, where Platinum Entertainment, one of the biggest promoters now, gave me the permission for me to do their commercial promotion. So now I'm getting phone calls from other people. Now it's like they find like dominoes. Once somebody else do it, now everybody else starting to fall in place. And where Dr. Rock plays a major role of my growth on podcast radios, where I don't call my show podcast, I call it organic, because I'm different. And for me, I want to be different than not everybody else and follow everybody else what they're doing. So for me being different, I learned that from Oprah Winfrey, talked about that, where they had all these talk shows. She just told me, don't look to the left, don't look to the right, just keep going forward. That's what Dr. Rock is doing, and that's what I'm doing.
Yes.
Along with the Cosmo Radio Network USA.
Well, I'm just proud of you. Keep it up, Showtime. Keep doing you. Keep doing you. Keep doing you. Keep doing you. That's the way you got to do it. And I want your beautiful wife to. I want to give her another shout out. Happy birthday to you on April the 25th. And I hope Showtime spoils you.
I already started the process getting things.
I
know how to put stuff in the car,
right.
not order. So I know how to, we know how to do, men know how to do them things. If you got good character where I'm used to how to do things and I do things besides the birthday. The birthday is nothing. I go out all the time.
Yeah, that's wonderful.
Yeah,
all right, so what we're going to do now, we want to close out, but we're going to have each one of you say something before we close out.
Okay.
So I'm going to have you, Showtime, and then you can switch with Leroy and let him come over and say something, okay?
So what are you doing?
Well, my closeout, I just want to give God the glory and continue to bless Dr. Rock and her journey and her family and what she stands for in her prayer. And also want to pray for anyone that's watching this show. Believe me, prayer does work. Yes. My name is Showtime the Hype Man. I want to thank each and every y'all from the bottom of my heart. I love y'all. Peace.
All right, Showtime. All right, so now we're going to have Leroy. You want to close us out, Leroy?
Yes,
thank you so much for coming too. Definitely.
That was awesome and very powerful, brother. I was just listening to it.
Yes.
I want to thank you both for allowing me to come on your platform and be able to, share my gift. I just wanted to give you guys some information before I leave here. You can follow me on Facebook under Leroy, that's Lee space ROY. And on Instagram, it's OnlyFans. Some people think I put OnlyFans, but it's like a TV show. OnlyFans, that's ONL 3 E's _ fans, FANS. And if I could leave a word with everybody, I just want to say be encouraged no matter what's going on. And count it all joy when you fall into various trials and tribulations, because we have a lot of influences out here, and I just would hope that you all seek first the kingdom and just know that God loves you and God is real as the people you see.
Wow, it was so powerful. Both of y'all, I really want to thank both of y'all for coming. Oh my goodness, y'all both did a great job. I enjoyed you. I thank you, Showtime. You know Showtime, like I said, everybody knows me. Showtime and Dr. Rock, we used to do a lot of parties together. So I want to thank you for coming, Leroy, definitely. And I want to also thank Earl Contee for being the host today. Sharon Pearson was not here, but he just stepped on in and said, look, I need to say something. I need to talk. So I said, come on up and talk then, okay? So he wanted to be the host for Sharon Pearson. So and I want to thank Brett Jolly. He is all right. He is a photographer, I think, and a videographer, right?
Videographer.
Thank you. Thank you so much
for
coming and doing that for us. We really appreciate you, Brett. And we have another young lady who came with Leroy. What is Katrina. We thank you for being the audience
and assisting
us on things. Thank you so much. But now I'm going to let Earl Contee talk.
Well, I'd like to thank everybody for tuning in to the Dr. Rock Show, and may God bless you, and see us next month.
All right, that's all you have to say.
I think that should sum it up and let Dr. Rock take it out on it. We got like 5 minutes.
Yeah, I just want to thank everybody, and remember, kids, children, and whoever's listening, remember, get ready for the PSSA. Kids, you got to get ready. You have to eat your breakfast in the morning. You have to be ready. You have to come to school early and be ready for that test. That's an important test. We all, for citywide, we all need to get ready. So this week coming up, kids, get it together. Let's get up. Let's get some sleep the night before. Turn the TV off. Okay? Like I always tell you, it's more important for you to, read a book than look at TV. I tell you that all the time. So pick up a book. Instead of going to that television every day, go pick up a book, and remember to get your rest. Because Dr. C will be in the house. She definitely will be there on Monday. But we want to get ready for this test, because it's a very important test for you children in the school district of Philadelphia.
Education is the key.
Education is the key. So let's hype it up. Let's hype it up. We had the guys come in and they was rapping and they was telling you, look, we have to be a team and get this thing right. All right. God bless everyone and love you all, and y'all have a blessed week and stay safe.
All right. All right, is it a wrap?
Nope. Brett.